One of the reasons why he married her in the first place was sex not part of the contract.
So there must be something going on in their relationship that is even beyond the sex issue.
Okay. Right now, the issue is no longer condom issue. She's depriving the husband of sex. I heard a story about a man who's been married for 14 years. As a matter of fact, this December will make it 14 years in marriage with his lovely wife. And they have 3 kids currently. But from the delivery of the 3rd child, which was about 3 years ago, to now, the wife has always insisted on him having sex with her with condoms. And if he refuses, he's denied sex. So very recently, because of the nature of his work, he gets to stay in the home for 2 weeks and travels for another 2 weeks. Very recently, he noticed that the wife has even taken the issue to another level entirely, which is whenever he tries to reach out to her, it's either she's complaining of tiredness, either she's tired, or she accuses him of not thinking about anything else but sex, asking him, is sex food? Okay, so he has done everything. He said he has bought her gifts, he has done different things, he has been there, so but yet she's not giving in at all. Now, according to him now, he has decided to do his own thing. He's not going to ask her anymore. He's going to do his own thing. Well, however it turns out, it's nobody's business. But he still wants your advice on any possible way out of this before he does something that he might end up regretting or might affect his family. But what do you think he should do? How does he get his wife back like he used to have her, or how does he get her interested in sex? And what kind of agreement can they the way forward, basically? So we would like to know from in the comment section what your experience or the experience of someone close to you was like and how you came out of that situation on top. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Share with Noble, and my name is Valentine Agogo, and I'm here on set with Pastor Mrs. Anizo. Welcome, on. And Comrade Augustino Milo. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me start with the lady in the house. So, what do you think this man should do, seeing the kind of problem he's in right now? He's doing his best. In most cases, we see where the women are the ones even complaining like this. But now, the man is the one looking for the attention of his wife, and he has been patient all these years. So, what's your advice? What do you think he should do?
I think that sometimes there may be other issues that he may not have told us about.
Okay.
That is making the woman to be afraid to meet with him, and insisting that he should always use the condom. Secondly, I think that he may have to involve a third party, somebody that she can listen to, so that they discuss this matter. From what you said, he has spoken with her over and over and tried to persuade her, but she doesn't want to give in. Yeah. So at this point, if there hasn't been any other issue, perhaps he's suspecting him infidelity or something like that, and she's afraid. Not just the issue of not having another child, but afraid that she may be infected by something. So that's why, because if she happens to do the surgery or family planning or whatever that he is suggesting, she is still afraid. I perceive that there's some kind of fear. So if there's such fear, at this point they need a third party, somebody that can counsel them correctly, and perhaps she may be able to open up more
to that person.
Yes.
Okay, Comrade, what's your take on this issue?
Yes, just like Sabilo said, if the man has been able to answer the question, because the wife keeps asking, is it food? The man has answered the question that eating is food. And she must eat the food.
Okay.
So she should do something, because since he has not been able to convince the woman, to open up, he can invite some other person, maybe either a friend of the wife. In fact, but unfortunately, you may involve a friend of the wife now,
And it becomes a problem.
It becomes a problem because the person you are talking to now will be mocking you.
Yes.
Before you know, you tell this one, and the problem arises. Well, maybe you can tell the pastor. That's their own pastor, and if they are Christians, or the parents of the wife, if they are still alive. But beyond that, also, like I keep on saying, if there are some persons who, on their own, decide not to have sex in their lives, even though some of them do misbehave, that is, I'm talking about some priests, who say in their own that they want to live like Apostle Paul, both women and men.
Yeah.
And therefore, somebody who has been married now, and unfortunately things are turning out like this, should not make a problem out of it. You have been able to have children. They have
kids.
So you just keep working on the lady, believing that maybe one day a change may come. But assuming for any reason the change doesn't come, is it not because his life is complaining about sex? If it was there about 2 years ago now, before maybe about 5 years ago, before the woman started behaving the way she is behaving now, he would have been able to complain about death. Sex, because he would have been in the grave. So you don't pay some unnecessary prices because you are alive. You will refuse to now appreciate God, because all you can do is he's not concentrating on that problem of sex, forgetting that there are other issues, there are other solutions that the woman may have brought into his life. But because of this one that she's holding on to, he may disorganize him so much that he'll be losing.
But one of the reasons why he married her in the first place was sex not part of the contract.
No, it's part of it, but the part of it that is sex now, is
because he doesn't want to go out to have sex with other people. That's why he probably decided to get married, and from his tone, he sounds like a faithful husband.
Yeah.
Because most men would just move on; they will never ask twice.
Yeah.
They just move on like, excuse me. There are a lot of young ladies out there who would dive at this opportunity of me being starved of sex and would meet all my needs.
Yeah.
But now he's been diligently consistent, right? Trying to persuade her with gifts, begging, doing everything possible. And right now, I'm sure he has even given into the idea of using the condom, because like he said, it has gotten to another level where right now the issue is no longer condom issue. It's now either she's tired or is it food.
Yes, you make reference to the point that after all, one of the agreements in marriage is actually to have sex. That is why a man decides not to go around meeting all women of all sorts. He just want to marry and get hooked to one person. And the same thing goes for a woman. That is correct. But you see, there are some things that you don't bargain for in life, and when you come across them along the line, the best thing for you to do is to find a way of developing another attitude to control or to contend with that kind of attitude. Otherwise, you'll be thrown off balance. Why am I saying this? If there are adventure now, this man decides, after all, the woman is not allowing me to have sex with her, and he now decides to go outside. Yes, it's a solution. But when he goes outside and satisfies himself and comes back, maybe 1 year later, 2 years later, maybe some, and all of a sudden one day the woman just comes. I know it's very easy. It's easier for women to resist the urge for sex than for men. So if a woman wants to now give it to you as a man, it may be difficult for you to reject. Do you understand? Maybe after about 2 years now, she comes back to you and you now accept. Now, there's possibility that disease you probably have taken from outside, you now give it to her.
Yes.
Now, when that happens, it becomes a family problem. You are still going to be the one that will solve the problem, because you can't watch your wife die as a result of infection you brought from outside, and your wife cannot afford to see you die as a result. So it becomes a problem. So if it happens that way, there must be a way you should carry yourself and ensure that you're able to contend it pending when solution comes. If you report to your pastor and your pastor is able to prevail on her, fine. But if there are other things that you can do, because example now, there are some programs on television, on radio, that you can give to your wife to listen to, you know, and sometimes. But if you pray really, there may be messages that will be sent to her. You may not know, but she will receive a message from somewhere, and on her own, she will realize what she's doing. Because see, I wish the woman is even listening to us. There's an implication. There's a very grievous implication for a woman not to have sex for a given period of time.
Okay, I'm going to come to you with that. Let me quickly come to the person Ms. Aminizo. What would you advise? Because now this is one man's problem. Now there might be other men out there who are experiencing same, where probably the time they want to have sex does not match with the time that the woman is even in the mood for it. Do you think it is wise for the men to be deprived for a period of time pending the temperament or the condition of the woman's mind, and also vice versa? All right, sometimes the woman might also want it and the man is not even interested, but we're treating this man's condition right now. Do you think it's wise for the woman's marriage for her to be very comfortable that she's depriving the husband of sex?
It's not even acceptable. The scriptures, if the person is a Christian, the scripture doesn't encourage that.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't encourage that. It is needful that both of them seek some form of counseling.
Okay.
Because depriving your spouse sex for a period of 3 years is abnormal, very abnormal. So there must be something going on in their relationship that is even beyond the sex issue.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I think. There's something going on in their relationship that is beyond the sex issue. And it is necessary that they solve that matter, seeking counsel. Yes, and again, you mentioned that must the woman or each spouse be in the mood before you meet. No. It's not so. If the other person is in the mood and you are not, sometimes you can give in and have it. Okay. Yes, it doesn't always mean, but at the same time, it is necessary that both partners get to know when is best.
Okay, so be sensitive to each other.
Sensitive to each other to know when is best, because sometimes one person is so overworked throughout the day, doing this, doing that, doing all of that. So be considerate of one another. But I think it's being inconsiderate for 3 years. What exactly? That means they have really gone apart for a long time.
That even the gifts and all are not making up for it at all.
So something else is happening. Something else is going on.
Come in, we're going to say something about the dangers of not having sex. Yes. Fine, coach, please. let's enlighten us.
Yes, before I say that for now, when she keeps on saying something might be going wrong,
yes,
and that which may be going wrong may be in the interest of the man, though. Maybe the woman has some diseases she's hiding from the husband. Yes, she doesn't. Yes, it's true. She doesn't know. Maybe she has been infested. She doesn't know how to tell the husband. But in her mind, if so let's put that on aside now. Now, as I was saying, I wish the woman is listening just as the man is also listening, because you may think you are trying to punish the man, or you are trying to. Is the man that is going to? The man is not suffering. No. At the fullness of time, you just discover that you as a woman, you are having problem. And the problem has to do with insanity. That's why many women, you see some of them, very rational people. If you go deep, you see that this is somebody. Yes.
Prostate cancer.
Yes. Yes. I interviewed somebody who has a master's degree in sociology from the US, and he told me this.
Wow.
And I have watched also. I read some magazine before I began to put up this. Anytime I have a continue to write on these matters, that is true. So I wish the woman is also listening.
So is it true that some women get irrational?
I don't know about that. But the fact is that for her to continually refuse the husband's sex, she is indirectly pushing the husband out to the wolves.
And that's risky.
And very risky. One, the husband can bring back infection, or later on she will get to hear there's a child in the picture.
From outside.
Yes, there's a child in the picture. So there's no need to do that unless something is happening to her psychologically, which we do not know. Yeah.
Probably he might also be right. You know, the lack of abstinence or something affecting effectiveness.
I don't know.
Alright, that's just our sense of humor. Alright, so this is as much as we can take for this episode of Share with Noble. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, drop your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this particular issue, what the man is going through, and how best you think he can resolve this. And let me know if you agree or disagree with either of my panelists here or set with me. And please don't forget to click on the notification button for similar prompt updates on Share with Noble. Thank you.